is Uncle Paul's tutorial on how to play the banjo. And I'm going to be teaching you a tune called You're My Sunshine, if you didn't recognize it. I'll be starting with some real basic things like holding the banjo, where you put your fingers, how to play some chords, how to play a scale, and finally how to pick out a melody, and then how to put it all together so at least it sounds like something. So first of all, you have to remember that this is not a banjo, not a tutorial on how to play Scruggs style banjo. This is not a tutorial on how to play frailing. This is a tutorial on how I play the banjo. You can use 3 fingers, and since I'm not playing with anybody else, I don't need any picks. If I was playing with a guitar player or other people, I'd put on picks, but I'm not doing that. And I'm not going to sound like anybody else. I'm not going to sound like Earl Scruggs. I'm not going to sound like John Hartford. I'm going to sound like me, and I don't go very fast anymore. So that's just some of the things that are going to happen. So first of all, you have to make sure that your banjo's in tune, and I would recommend buying a tuner. If you haven't, you'll need a tuner. And so the next thing that you're going to need is a strap. And the strap, you would think that the strap isn't necessarily necessary, but it is. And the reason that it is because it gets the banjo up in the air, and meaning that you're not having to hold it. So buy a tuner and a strap, and make sure it goes up, the neck goes up in the air. So the first thing you're going to learn to do is you're going to learn how to put your fingers on the strings. So you're gonna if you put your fingers this way, they go down straight to that thumb. So you're going to put the thumb behind the neck, and then the strings. So if you hold it like this, it's real hard, and you're not going to do well. But putting your thumb right behind the neck is pushing your fingers. You push your fingers down, and you'll get nice even sounds. So the first thing I'm going to show you is a scale. So you'll be putting your finger down here, and the scale, since the banjo is tuned to an open G, it starts on the 3rd string. This is the first, the smallest one, the next one, and the 3rd. So open, and then the 2nd fret, open, and then the 1st fret, open again, and then 2nd, and then the 4th, and the 5th, and that's your G scale. And the bottom works the same way. It starts at this is a D string. So it's important to be able to use that little finger. The trick to this is making sure that your fingers are right behind the fret, pushing your thumb behind the neck, right behind the fret, and you'll get a nice even sound, nice clean sound. If you push it back here, it's not good. So it's dead, and you don't get a clean sound. But here, and the way that you should practice this is, first of all, you should dedicate yourself practicing like 15 minutes a day. if you're bound and determined that you're going to do this, that 15 minutes will fly, and you'll be doing 20 minutes, half hour, maybe even more. But just promise that you'll play for 15 minutes a day, and don't put the instrument in the case under the bed or in the closet, because that makes it hard, and if it's hard, nothing's going to happen. So leave it out. You can buy an inexpensive banjo stand, and that'll make things a lot easier. You can just pick it up and start playing. So, that what you want to do is you want to practice once. This is a G, open, first, open, second, fourth, and fifth, and again. And these two strings are the same. And you don't have to go that fast, you can go real slow. So that's the G scale, and now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you a couple chords. Since it's in an open G, it's this. That's a G chord. You play any of that. So that's an open G. So the C, or the D, C is your first string here, your second string here, and your third string over here. That might be a little bit of a stretch for somebody that's just starting, but that's how it works. So it's on the second string, first fret, first string, third fret, second string here, first fret, first string, second fret, and the fourth string, fourth fret, second fret. And so you do that over and over and over again until it's comfortable for you. So at first, these things are going to seem tough, but I'm sure you can type, so I equate that with typing, and so if you can type, you should be able to learn how to do this. So it's this second string here at the first fret, first string at the third, and then the little finger comes, the second finger goes over here. Two chords, and the third chord is a D. It's actually a D7, but so in G, the main three chords are G, C, and then a D. And the D is simply so you put your first finger on the second string at the first fret, and then the second finger down. Now it's important to remember that you don't want to play the G, the fifth string on that, because it doesn't fit into that chord. But you can play all four of these. So. One other other thing that you want to keep in mind is you don't have to press real hard if you're pressing properly. You want to press with the tip of your finger, and like I said, you want to be pressing toward that thumb, and it's real easy. You know, banjo has a decent action. You should be able to push it down those strings back real easy. So there's the G, and there's a C, and then there's the D. So one more time, G, C, D. So those are chords. Now the other thing that you need to learn to do is a forward roll. And a forward roll is thumb 1, 2, thumb 1, 2, thumb 1, 2 over and over again. And it's you would start that real slow. Learning how to do this, I would even practice without the banjo. I would sit in bed, I'd wake up in the middle of the night. I'm prone to doing that. I would wake up and I'd be getting there, thumb 1, 2, 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 thumb 1, 2. And you have to remember that it's a three fingered roll, that it's on 4 beats. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how that works. And then you'd practice that, and then you practice the C chord. So there's your D. 1, 2, 3. So there's some general rules of thumb, yum, thumb. So it's your first finger is going to play on the first fret, and generally the second finger is going to play on the second, but here it's down here, so that's so those are the basics of what I'm going to teach you today. Now what you need to do is pick a tune, and I generally start with a real simple tune that everybody knows. It's You Are My Sunshine, and it starts here on the 4th string. Go to C, back to G, D, so it's real simple. You just start, and you can use your thumb for these things. When you get better and you start using your first finger as a lead, you'll find that it sounds more like bluegrass. But right now, all we're concerned about is just making something sound okay right now. So C, C, and there's a quick D. Up to C. Back to G. Up to C. And there's a quick D. So the quick D, so you know that, I'm assuming that you know that there are 4 beats in every measure. So it goes, the changes are like this. I'll play Frailing just so I can sing it. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me see you. C, G, C. So what you do is you learn that melody. Up to C, back down, up to C, here's the quick D's, just 1, 2, G, up to C. Here's the quick D. G, G, D, D, G. So now you have chords that you've learned, and you have finger position, so everything's nice and smooth. You understand rolls. So what you do is you take that melody that you've learned. And you work the roll in around the melody notes as best you can. Basically, that's how it goes. that's how it works. Hope that's clear. If it's not, there's all sorts of tutorials on YouTube that are probably better than mine. So you can look on there if you want. I've given you the basic tools of how to hold the banjo, where to put your fingers, what the chords are, and how to work out a melody. And so hopefully then you'll be able to, once you get that melody firmly in your head, then you can fit the roll in around it. We're not going to sound like Earl Scruggs. You can buy the Earl Scruggs book if you want, probably still, and learn how to play Foggy Mountain Breakdown and Reuben Train and things like that. There's another thing. There's a man by the name of Jeff Howald. I think he's still marketing books, and his tabs, the way that it's written out on strings, are really great. I learned an awful lot through his books when I was doing this. So if you want to look for books, you can look for the Jeff Howald thing. You can look for more YouTube tutorials, and so there are other ways of playing the guitar or playing the banjo. This is only one way. I actually like frailing. Frailing works good if you're gonna try and sing. Trust me, nobody can pick the banjo 3-finger style and sing at the same time. Even Ralph Stanley stops. So, you are my sunshine, lovely sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. So, and maybe I'll do another tutorial on that some other time. And there's other ways to play the banjo. There's chromatic, like Bella Fleck, and Scruggs is, and actually one of my favorite banjos is a guy people don't remember too much anymore, is Don Reno. I'm a real fan of his, and obviously John Hartford. And each of these people come up there with their own way of playing the guitar. And trust me, if you know John Hartford and you see him standing up there with a banjo on and doing that little two-step that he does, it's pretty impressive. So look for John Hartford videos. It'll inspire you. I know it inspired me to do my own style of playing. And go and listen to Scruggs. He seems to be the founder of the 3-string way of playing with Bill Monroe. Look for Don Reno. I really like him. This is more like a jazz style, and it's pretty neat. He was a plectrum banjo or banjo beforehand, so you get a lot of double stops and single string runs and things like that. And then obviously Bella Fleck and John Hartford have different ways to do it too. So that being said, I wish you all good luck in doing this, especially you Dr. Betters if you're watching this. And hopefully we'll talk and see how it goes. And if you have any questions, Dr. Betters, you can call me. And the rest of you, I don't think you have my phone number, so we're not going to do that. So that being said, I'll play it one more time, and we'll be done.